Hello, and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today we are looking at the 350R from Origin. It is classed as a racing ship, hence the R, capital R. That being said, it is a capital, so it's important. It's still 24 meters in length, just like all of the other 3 series ships from Origin. It's the exact same mass at 20,000 kilograms. It still crews one person. Since this is a racing ship, and since it has 2 size 4 thrusters, it does not have any cargo space at all. So by buying a racing ship, you have opted out of any cargo hauling at all. You'd be more of carrying along mental information, perhaps for an org or something. You're on TeamSpeak or something, and you fly in there really fast to the enemy territory, potentially. Look at what there is, see how many ships there are on your scanners, and then just get out of there, because you're very poorly armed, but you're very, very fast, so you'll be able to get out of there right away. It's still got the 12 Tier 1 maneuvering thrusters. It's got a size 4 power plant to be able to power all of the thrusters and maneuvering thrusters and all that to its maximum capabilities. It's got 2 size 2 fixed mounts. That's all it's got for armaments. However, it does have the ability to put the gimbal mount on the front, and the ability to put the missile racks on the back wings, according to the website. It is equipped with a size 3 shield, and there is one additional piece of equipment that is not being disclosed yet. So we have no idea what it is, we just have to continue guessing. So, you know it's a 325 or 350R. Not only by the fact that it has the double engines on the back, but more so by its color scheme. It's got this fantastic black and yellow color scheme that make it look like a bumblebee, for crying out loud. But I think it's fantastic. It looks brilliant the way I see it. Oh, it actually has the gimbal on it. Website's wrong, or this is right now. But anyway, the color. Would I prefer this over the other yellow? I almost would. I almost would. I think the yellow on this might need to be a reflective yellow, kind of like a chrome kind of strip a little bit more. Maybe if it was like the same material as the dark metal on the 325A or the 315P. But not darker, just like the same kind of reflectiveness. Because right now it's just kind of a bland paint almost. But coming around to the front, landing gear, same detail. Brilliant. Major difference here, these intake vents. They are to provide sustenance to those big, huge engines at the back. 2 size 4 engines, you're going to get places. Again, landing gear. Brilliant. Just looking around the side here, it reminds me of the private jet from GTA 5, a little bit, corny as that sounds, but that had a black and yellow color scheme as well. But looking at these engines, like, geez, these look good, and they're huge as well. They're like the same size more or less of the other ones. Have these nice gold bits. You know me, I like my gold bits. These, what are these called again? Flares? Something? I don't remember what they're called. Anyway, maybe they'll help in the atmosphere. I can't really say. But they are to provide aerodynamics. Maybe it's to provide a bit more lift, because if you see they're kind of angled upwards. So maybe it would push the back end down, the front end up a little bit, maybe. It's really hard to say. Let's head inside. Okay. So, looking inside here, we have got the same kind of red as we did on the 325A. But there's no cargo units in this ship whatsoever. So it makes me wonder, like, where are the cargo units on the other ships then? Where are they stored? I mean, like, unless they go in the cabinet there, but the cabinet's on all of them. Maybe I thought they might go in the back, but again, the back cabinet is on all of the ships. I think these are more for minigames, if you had to ask me again. Still the electrical box. Keep it closed. Check out the bed. It's exactly the same. Hey, we'll hop in it just for the sake of it. Hop out. Put it away. And let's head towards the front. Again, you got the docking color. It's basically the exact same ship as we've seen. Ah, look, it says 350R there. That's a nice little detail. I think it might say that on all of them. Well, you know, to its specific ship model, but... So...
Launch complete. Landing complete.
We're in here again. With it being a racing ship, I really think the interior should either be more complex, similar to the M50, or less complex. If you look at an F1 race car, they've got like a speedometer and a couple warning lights, and that's about it. That being said, this is a spaceship, so they have to kind of keep an eye on all the same systems as the other ones did. Weapons, life support, whatever else. Gravity generator, if that even has one. Might just be magnetic boots, hard to say. But it should... I feel like there'd be way too many distractions kind of in this thing. Since it is a race ship, you should have to rely on your pit crew, I guess, as it were. Maybe. Let's take a look outside. So like I said before, it reminds me of a Bumblebee. It reminds me of the jet from GTA 5, as corny as that is. But it does. It looks like that quite a bit. I think it's absolutely fantastic, though. Brilliantly made. Let's come around here. I wonder what those big intakes are on the back. How big are those? We'll have to go up there and see. If we hop back in here. It's our lovely yellow face again. Or yellow hat. Purple brim. It's weird we can zoom all the way back from right in here. Let's hop out. It's a loud sound. I don't know what that is. Sound like shaking a bag of gravel or something. Let's hop out and see if we can get on top or not. So look in here. Looks like we have these flaps again that would help in the atmosphere. No step. I'm going to step because it's easier to get up. That and I don't own this thing, so I'm not worried about damaging it. It's coming back. No, don't fall off. These big engines, they're massive. They're brilliant. They're very well made. It's amazing. These things. These intakes. That is a lot of air these things are taking in. That being said, if you're on a planet, there will be a lot of hydrogen. I don't know how these things are powered, but I'm assuming that they are hydrogen or powered by some sort of atmospheric fuel or provide a boost or something. I saw a post on the forum years ago, actually, and it talked about how the ships were, or like how the engines work in Star Citizen, because you know you can't have that much fuel in your ship, so like where do you get the extra boost from? And one of the theories was that you'd store up hydrogen atoms that you would pick up in space, hydrogen and oxygen ones, the ones that are like so spread apart, but they're still there. And that would be forced out the back and ignited. But of course you're not always going to have them. What if you're stuck in deep space? There's barely any atoms anywhere. Some places in space it's estimated that there's only 1 atom per cubic mile, or less. Less meaning in a bigger space, 1 atom in a bigger space. So it's hard to say, really, I mean, what these intakes are for. Could be to keep them cool as well. I mean, this is science fiction, so although the laws of physics have so far been applied to the game, it's great. But what do I think of it? 350R. I think it's a fantastic ship, but if I was going to buy a racing ship, I would buy the M50. It's smaller. I love red. That being said, you would likely be able to, pardon me, you'd likely be able to get a red skin for this ship. But as it stands, I think I would buy the M50 because it's smaller. I think it looks cooler than this, and it would probably fit in one of the bigger ships I hope to buy, like the 890. But I thank you for watching this video. Hope you found it informative, entertaining. Please stay tuned for more, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.